Alright, it's Stan Fizzle in the place to be with.
Camdiggity, what's up, everybody?
What's up, y'all? So, I know we didn't do a prediction video for Great Balls of Fire. That name. Anyway, but yeah, so I mean, it's kind of off, but we're just gonna do the review this time because I really kind of didn't care about the pay-per-view. So, unfortunately, watching it didn't make me care any further. So, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do our review of the show, starting with the pre-show,
which is Neville versus Tozawa.
Yeah, so it was Akira Tozawa versus Neville, and I really didn't watch that match because it was so boring I fell asleep.
Yeah, he really fell asleep.
I mean, like snoring sleep. I was snoring, right?
No, you were snoring. You were just laying there like that,
like a zombie.
Like and
a
then
vampire.
you were just on your chair, kicking your legs back.
Yeah,
that's all you did.
So I was ready for bed by the time that match started, and so I don't really have much to say about it. I just know that Akira Tozawa won. But, you want to talk about it?
Well, since I was the only person who watched the match, I didn't really care about it either. But at the same time, I know that Neville's gonna retain his title because it's Neville and he doesn't want nobody to get his freaking title. So I just put Neville was gonna win, which he did, but he won it by stupid stuff. So.
You won it by gimmicks.
Yeah, gimmicks.
Because later on they did actually play a replay of the ending of that match in the main show, and you know Neville kicked a dude in the balls and
no he did.
I thought he did, or did he punch him in the balls? What did he do? He did something with his balls.
No, because he put Tozawa on the ropes and Tozawa hit his thing on the rope.
And so
his manly parts.
Didn't he won by kicking him in the stomach?
I think he kicked him somewhere.
Or in the balls again? I don't know.
No, I think he kicked him in the stomach. I don't know.
Whatever the case is, it was a pre-show. It was boring. I slept through most of it. But I did say that Akira Tozawa was going to win, and I was totally wrong. That's what happens when you don't care. You're wrong.
And I was right. I just figured because he faced other cruiserweights and nobody won from him ever since he got that damn title.
Well, damn, Austin Aries didn't even beat him. Rest in peace, Austin Aries' WWE career.
Austin Aries will be missed.
Nah, no, he won't. He's gonna go somewhere else and be better, just like everybody else does.
Probably go to New Japan.
That's what he should do. He could join the Bullet Club.
Yeah, Bullet Club.
After that was Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt, right?
Yep. Now this one,
I fell asleep on too.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time sleeping through this wrestling.
I predicted that Seth Rollins was gonna win, but turns out Bray Wyatt won because he poked Seth Rollins in the eye. That was it.
I also thought that Seth Rollins was gonna win, but
so that match was more gimmicks. I want Seth to win so bad.
So much for that. That was a complete waste. And yeah, so I was wrong about it. I thought that Seth Rollins was gonna win. She thought Seth Rollins was gonna win.
I really thought Seth Rollins was gonna
win. We
were
both wrong, so I was wrong twice in a row. Enzo and Cass fighting each other. I knew Cass was gonna win. I figured it would be a lot quicker, but whatever. He did win.
I said Big Cass was gonna win because I was gonna root for Enzo, but at the same time I was like, Big Cass is too freaking tall. He's too freaking strong, and Enzo Amore got knocked out in so many matches every single time. So how can he defend himself by facing Big Cass? It was just impossible. I even timed the match. I predicted that the match would be like at least 2 minutes to 5 minutes, and the match ended 5 minutes and 20 seconds. 0.66.
The thing with that is, you know what? What if Enzo was the one to take that belt off Neville? Because you know that's where he's going. He's too small to fight all the big dudes, so he's going to probably take his ass to 205 and be with the cruiserweights. So what if he was the one that ends up taking the belt off Neville?
That would be the biggest accomplishment he ever did.
That, and I already know Big Cass's career ain't going to go nowhere. Nowhere.
Why?
Because they already got enough heels on the main roster who are up there with the actual belt. Like, for instance, Samoa Joe. Who else? Brock Lesnar's kind of playing a tweener role right now.
He's in a gray area.
Who else they got? They got
Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt. So they have enough heels to take up that space. Now maybe Big Cass might be able to get that Intercontinental belt, but he ain't finna get that shit off the Miz. So that's burden that's there. And if Dean Ambrose get it, he ain't getting it off Dean Ambrose. So he basically broke up with his partner
for nothing.
For nothing. His partner gonna probably make more moves than he do.
And WWE just make him.
And Enzo can't wrestle. Enzo can't wrestle, man.
Of course.
All he could do is wear Jordans and do weird shit like the fucking Running Man challenge.
But he's good. But I do like his promos.
His promos they're good, but lately he's been acting like a little girl who lost his boyfriend. But whatever. Anyway, so moving along.
So the next match was the 30-man Iron Man match.
The 30-minute Iron Man match.
30-minute Iron Man match between Sheamus, Cesaro versus the Hardy Boys. When I was watching this match, I was like, okay, Cesaro and Sheamus are in the lead. Then the Hardy Boys turned around, and then I think about 15 something minutes or something like that, they were tied. And I don't know, lots of things happened, but the Hardys were catching up to them and stuff like that. And once the match was about to end, Jeff Hardy almost pinned Cesaro for almost seconds away. But the stupid thing he did was chase after Cesaro in the ring, and then I think it was like 8 seconds.
But he kind of had no choice. He had to catch him.
I know
that dude left the ring on purpose because he knew that it was gonna run the clock out.
All I know is I did not expect the Hardy Boys to catch up like that. I thought they were just gonna have no wins in those, I think, 7 matches that they fought. Something
like that. So it was it ended up being 4-3, I think, right? 4-3.
Yeah. No, it was 3-3.
No, I'm saying at the end it was 4-3. No, I think so because if
3-3.
How is it 3-3? Because then we're winning the overtime or sudden death or whatever they call it. So at the end, when Jeff Hardy almost pinned Cesaro, it was 4-3, and then if Jeff Hardy would have pinned him, then it would have caused them to go into overtime.
No, it's actually 3-3. It was actually 3-3 because by the time that time run out, without nobody pinning each other, they're gonna go to overtime anyway.
Yeah, but see that's the thing. Did it go to overtime? So no. It wasn't 3-3. It had to be 4-3.
No, it was 3-3. They did not go to overtime at all. I think.
So if they didn't go into overtime and it was 3-3,
I don't know.
How did the Hardys lose?
I don't know.
Like I said, it was 4-3.
Or 2-3. I don't know.
Oh, whatever the case, it was garbage. You know that it was another stupid match and a complete waste of time. I didn't like it, but we'll get to that later. After that was...
I think the Intercontinental Champion.
Intercontinental?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That one...
Oh, my Lord.
That one...
Goodness gracious. I swear.
Oh, before I continue, I actually said that Cesaro and Sheamus was going to win their match.
Oh, yeah, the last match. I said Sheamus and Cesaro. But I saw the Hardys try to catch up, and I'm like, maybe I'm gonna change my decision. But good thing I did.
So Miz versus Dean Ambrose. I figured that Dean Ambrose was gonna win this one.
Me too.
But unfortunately, we both were sadly mistaken because we forgot to take into account the doofus goons that he has with him.
It's dumb, dumber, dumbest, and doofus, and Maurice is doofus.
Yeah, so I totally forgot about that. But had I thought about that, I would have been like, nah, the Miz is gonna win because Hills who have a team with them can't lose.
Yeah, but the main thing with Miz is that every single time he has help. That is technically his whole career. He has somebody to back him up, and he has somebody to like help him like retain his title. He hardly ever had a match with a title to face anybody by himself. That's technically his whole career.
And that's exactly why Daniel Bryan said that he wrestles too safe. He doesn't put himself in a place where he can get injured. That's why the whole time he's been wrestling, all these years, he's never gotten injured because he doesn't wrestle like everybody else.
And he always have help.
Yeah, he always has help.
John Morrison, Big Show, Damian Sandow, Maurice, Curtis Axel, Bo Dallas, Alex Riley.
Yeah, Alex Riley too. Yeah. He pretty much always has somebody to watch his back.
Like, damn, how can you be a wrestler if you have... Man.
I don't know. That was a disappointing match.
I was disappointed that Dean Ambrose did not win.
I didn't care for it. And the sad thing about it is, like, at the end, we kind of watched the what do we call it? That Raw after Raw show. Whatever the Raw equivalent of Raw Talk. I was gonna say whatever the Raw equivalent of Talking Smack is. Yeah, we were watching a Raw Talk, and I saw the little Twitter ticker at the bottom, or it might have been at the top. Wherever they had the Twitter.
It's always on the bottom.
Twitter ticker.
It's always on the bottom.
Man, try saying that 3 times fast. And I'm watching it, and all these people were like everybody was acting hype about it. Like, everybody was saying things like, "Oh my God, Great Balls of Fire, hashtag the best show ever," blah blah blah. I'm like, these must be fake accounts because this show was garbage from beginning to end. Like, I looked at it and I'm like, I dozed off through most of the show. Like, come on, man. The WWE really need to step their game up and get like New Japan, dude. Like, I could watch New Japan, any match in New Japan, even the piss break matches, and those matches are amazing. Like, I don't understand why WWE can't do that. Like, they need to get some new writers or get some of those guys, since they plucking all the wrestlers from New Japan. Maybe they should start plucking some of the writers from Japan. Or Ring of Honor, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like every other promotion outside of TNA and WWE are amazing. I don't understand why. Well, maybe it's because
it's always the indies.
Maybe the reason why all of the indies and New Japan are so amazing is because of the Bullet Club.
And plus, they can like use their full potential. Like that.
Like they went and got Shinsuke Nakamura. First of all, they're saying his name wrong. It's Shinsuke Nakamura.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
And they're saying his name wrong. They put him back there for interviews, and they know he can't speak much English, so they're always making fun of him, and that irritates me. And it's like he can't be himself. It's like how he was in New Japan. He was a rock star, dude. He was the king of strong style. Now he's the artist. Like, what the hell's an artist? Whatever. So that's that. I'm done with that rant.
Okay, that is the women's championship match, which I think.
Did I go to sleep on that one too?
No, I think you watch.
No, I went to go use the bathroom. That was my pee break.
But I said Sasha Banks was gonna win the championship. However, in this match,
yeah, that one right there, I actually did come back for the end of. Go ahead. I'm sorry for cutting you off. I was just stating the fact. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. However, in this match, she did win, but she did not get the title because it was Vita countout because Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
And Alexa Bliss was trying to pull her arm gimmick. You know, remember when she was facing Becky Lynch in SmackDown and she popped her arm.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, she popped her arm thinking that she actually broke her arm. She did the same thing to Sasha Banks. As soon as Sasha Banks like trying to step closer, she hit her. Like she hit her.
Yeah.
I was like, how can you fall for that crap? Like she playing you.
Yeah, I actually came in like halfway through the match.
Probably you did.
About halfway. And yeah, I saw most of it. All that stuff with the breaking of the arm thing, I didn't see that, but I did see that. Yeah, she somehow ended up outside of the ring, and although I was right, I did say that Sasha Banks was gonna win.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't think it was gonna be via count out. I figured she was gonna win by actually winning.
Yeah.
But I do see sort of a pattern going on here, because I think everybody who was going for a belt lost because they have to win at SummerSlam. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking, because that's what it looks like here. Because I already know that because Sasha Banks won, technically, even if it was via count out and she didn't get the belt, she's gonna have to face her again at SummerSlam.
SummerSlam, yeah.
The Hardy Boys lost, and who else is gonna face them? Enzo and Cass they're broken up. And that was pretty much the only two tag teams, huh? New Day went over to SmackDown. Huh. They don't have no more face tag teams, huh? Huh.
Unless you count Rhino and Heath.
Them dudes ain't getting shit. They were lucky to get the belts from SmackDown.
But no other good tag teams.
So it looks like the Hardy Boys are gonna go and
no wonder Raw's going downhill. They have
they really don't have any tag teams. That's weird.
No. SmackDown has more tag teams than them, I think. As far as for heels and
heels and faces. But yeah, so I'm assuming that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna go over to, they're gonna do the SummerSlam, and at that point, that's when they're gonna face them and actually win the belt.
Yeah.
What was the next match after that?
Well, the Women's Championship came before the Intercontinental.
Oh, wasn't it the Roman Reigns?
Yeah, it was Roman Reigns versus Strowman.
Yeah, so Braun Strowman won by dumb acidness.
Oh my god, I was like,
oh my god.
No, when I was watching this match, I was like, it would be cool that Roman Reigns spears Braun Strowman into the freaking ambulance.
And that's what I thought he was going to do too. I'm looking at him like, man, because Roman Reigns, he kept going for the Superman punch in the back of the ambulance.
And I thought he was going to spear him.
Yeah.
But this, oh my god, Roman Reigns speared himself into the freaking ambulance.
And lost immediately.
And lost.
Wasn't injured, but he lost.
I guess he was trying to spear Braun Strowman, but Braun Strowman quickly went out of the way, and Roman Reigns speared himself into the ambulance, and he lost.
Yeah, that was a horrible, horrible, horrible game of failing.
But what happened after that match?
Hold on. Well, go ahead. You can talk about that.
Okay, but what happened after that match? Roman Reigns came out. I guess after he got pissed and stuff, he started beating.
He got out of the back of the ambulance. Somehow managed to get Strowman inside and walked around to the front, hopped in there, and drove off. Got to the parking lot and sat there for a good, maybe a minute, maybe a little bit less.
A minute.
And he threw it in reverse, gunned it against the back of a
truck.
He gunned it so that while it was in reverse, so that it would hit a
truck.
A trailer.
A trailer truck.
So the back end of it was all crushed up.
Yep.
So
Roman Reigns was unhinged for a moment.
So Jamie Noble and a couple of other characters, Kurt Angle and Jamie Noble and a couple other people all came out there to go help. So after a little bit of commotion, they moved to the ring where, for some peculiar reason, Heath Slater
and Kurt Hawkins
had a match.
And let me tell you this:
it was a random match.
It was a random match because they don't want the fans to like focus on what was going on in the parking lot. But it turns out the fans didn't really care about the match. They just want to see what the hell is going on.
Nobody cares about Heath Slater and Kurt Hawkins.
And Kurt Hawkins and Heath Slater, I can see the look on their faces that they were not prepared to like fight. Like, Heath Slater was still wrapping his tape around his arm, and Kurt Hawkins was like fixing his boot or whatever in the ring.
Yeah.
I was like, these guys are prepared for a match. They didn't even know they're gonna have a match. Kurt Angle just
they wasn't ready.
They weren't ready.
So.
Oh, you were gonna say, what was your idea or something like that?
I don't know, because I was thinking once they opened up. Well, I'll get to that in a second. So maybe like 2 minutes into Heath Slater and Gumball fighting, they switched back because sirens went off, and so all of the crowd started looking towards the Titantron. So as that was happening, the camera started panning towards the Titantron, and they showed Kurt Angle waving the fire department in so they could come and get Braun Strowman out of the back of the ambulance. So I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, you know, it'd be cool if Braun Strowman somehow, when he got out before they opened it up, so it was an empty ambulance. But then, like, you know, he came up missing for a long time, and then all of a sudden it was like some, I know what you did last summer. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Oh my god!
You know what I'm saying? That would be cool though, right? You know,
yeah,
something similar to that.
I know what you did last July.
Because it is technically summer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it'd be kind of cool if they just like let him come up missing for a few months, maybe it actually really heal. Yeah.
Until July.
Or you know, it could even be until like January or something like that. You know, because regardless, it'll still be last summer.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
It's like, I know what you did last summer. I'm coming after you.
So that would be cool. I don't think they're gonna do that though. I mean, you know, he basically the fire department got him out of the truck, out of the back of the ambulance, and with the jaws of life and a crowbar or a pry bar or something like that, and he fought to stand up. And when he finally stood up, he walked off and was like Michael Jackson in a Thriller video, "Leave me alone," and he just walked off behind, off in the cut somewhere.
He left. He was all bloody.
Yeah, he was pretty bloody though.
He was bloody.
Elbow was all bashed up. His face was all bashed up.
Yeah, his eye. I think he had a cut on his eye or something like that.
He went on an adventure, y'all. So
nobody's gonna find him.
Yeah, he'll probably be back on tomorrow.
Or months.
But I did say I thought Roman Reigns was gonna win. I was completely wrong.
Me too. I thought Roman Reigns was gonna win, but he ended it in a stupid way. I was like so upset.
So like I said, Braun Strowman won by dumb acidness.
Then the last match. After the random match we didn't really care about.
Yeah, because there was no winner to that, by the way. It was just something to fill the time until the fire department got there to get Braun Strowman out of the.
Heath Slater won, but who cares?
He didn't. Nobody won. He did.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he did.
They were still wrestling when they cut to the.
No, after that they said the winner of this match, Heath Slater.
Oh.
But
I told you I didn't care.
But nobody cares.
Yeah. So
who cares?
I didn't even pick a winner for that because this shit was out of the blue. Brock Lesnar and Samoan Jose.
Samoa Jose. Yeah.
Samoa Joe. Yeah. I already knew Brock Lesnar was gonna win. Didn't think it was gonna be that much of a struggle. Cause I mean, all of this could have been handled if Brock Lesnar would have did the same thing he did with Triple H, and wrapped him up real smooth in that Kimura lock, popped that arm out of place. Then he couldn't. Then Samoa Joe couldn't. He wouldn't be able to do the Coquina clutch, and all would be well. He still won via 6 suplexes and 1 F5.
Yeah.
But you know, it took a lot to get to that point because
when Samoa Joe had him in the Kimura lock.
Coquina clutch. Kimura lock is Brock Lesnar's thing.
Yeah, I'm mixing it up because you're confusing me.
Your
Coquina clutch, he somehow got up and did an F5. And that was it.
Yeah, he lifted him up, F5'd him in
like,
the match.
He put him in that clutch. Samoa Joe put him in that clutch about 5 times.
But beforehand, when Brock Lesnar was getting into the ring, Samoa Joe jumped him from behind. Jumped him from behind. And did a little something, you know what I'm saying? Took him over to the cut and
put him into the table.
Yeah, gave him a Uranagi onto the table. The table broke. And so Brock Lesnar was laying there for a little while. Eventually he got up, got in the ring, and the referee asked, "Hey, are you okay to wrestle?" And Brock Lesnar smiling and being stupid and, you know, not knowing what he was doing or where he was, he smiled and shook his head yes. So he was ready. So took him over there, you know, and well, he was actually in the ring. He was sitting in the corner. And then next thing you know, he started getting his butt kicked. And honestly, most of the match was Samoa Joe. He was actually putting the ass whooping on him. But then, you know, like I said, those 3 suplexes, and then, you know, a couple other little small punches and kicks and all that. And, like, you know, the knees that you do when you kickbox, when you grab him by the head and knee him in the face. And what else? 3 more suplexes, German release suplexes. All of them, every one he did was German release suplexes. And after all that, and F5, that was pretty much over.
Yeah.
So that was that, and so Samoa Joe was just sitting in the ring looking like a goofball, while Brock Lesnar was walking off and up the ramp with his belt. Samoa Joe lost. That's the end of that. Hopefully that's completely the end of that. But I have a strange feeling that somehow it's going to be a triple threat match on a SummerSlam pay-per-view with Brock Lesnar. What if it was a fatal 4-way?
Oh my God! Can you please? If there is, can it be Finn Balor be in the match, please?
No. What I mean is Braun Strowman.
No.
Braun Strowman.
No.
Oh, can I finish? Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, and Brock Lesnar.
No.
I'm just saying.
Strowman's gone.
Hopefully he ain't gone. Hopefully it won't be a fatal 4-way. Hopefully it'll be a 1-on-1 again. You know what I'm saying? Brock Lesnar could actually fight Roman Reigns. I already know Roman Reigns is going to win that because, you know, they want to shove that dude down people's throat. But whatever. And that was pretty much the end of the pay-per-view. Surprisingly, nothing really happened in between other than that random match and Braun Strowman getting crushed like a tuna can. And yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that was definitely it.
My rating for this pay-per-view is maybe 2 out of 5. It was just too boring for me. You know, I was asleep most of the time. It's like I'm watching indies all week, you know, New Japan, Ring of Honor, you know, all those type of things. And after watching all of that, I'm like, I can't really watch WWE like I used to. It's like, because you start seeing the quality, like, I mean, yeah, their show has a lot of pomp and circumstances. You know, they got their fireworks and their Titantron with the awesome music, and you know what I'm saying. But it's like they hold back all the best wrestlers, you know, because they're not big. They're not, you know, 8 feet tall and, you know, 495 pounds of pure muscle. It just irritates me. You know what I'm saying? Like Shinsuke Nakamura, we already know he's not gonna make it nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Because he can't talk. And that's their thing. You know, they want people who can talk. That's why Brock Lesnar is a champion, because he's a big dude and he has Paul Heyman. Now, if Shinsuke Nakamura could get somebody to talk for him, that might actually work out. Maybe Akira Tozawa, because his English is pretty okay. Maybe he can talk for him. Or what if Enzo got with him, but then they started a new tag team?
So that means Enzo will go to SmackDown?
I don't know.
Or Shinsuke Nakamura will go to...
No, I don't know. Well, he does wear a lot of red.
And
Oh, also, for some strange reason, out of nowhere, AJ Styles is a Universal champ. I mean, not Universal, the U.S. champion.
Yes, AJ Styles is U.S. champion, and I discovered that by Vita YouTube.
Yeah. So she pointed it out to me, and I saw the picture. I looked it up on my phone. Well, no, I watched a video about, I think it was like Dave Meltzer talking about it or something like that, and I saw a picture in the video. I guess they made him take the picture with the title.
Yeah.
And while holding the title, he had the Too Sweet thing going. So I'm like, I do recall earlier around the 2nd of July, Kenny Omega also won the same title. I mean, it was a New Japan equivalent, but Kenny Omega has it now. And guess who's who's the leader of the Bullet Club right now?
Kenny Omega.
And guess who kicked AJ Styles out of the Bullet Club?
Kenny Omega.
And guess who was the leader of the Bullet Club before AJ Styles? I mean, before Kenny Omega got kicked AJ Styles out. That sentence didn't make any sense. But AJ Styles was the leader at the time. Kenny Omega kicked him out because he was going to America to be in the WWE.
And now Kenny Omega is the new leader.
So I think that was I think that whole AJ Styles winning the U.S. title out of the blue after Kenny Omega won the same title for New Japan out of the blue was kind of like a subliminal hit. You know what I'm saying? He kind of told him like, hey, you know what? We got a U.S. title member too. Maybe you should come over here and battle this guy so you can. But that ain't gonna happen because Kenny Omega's too smart. He's not gonna go over there and get screwed out of you know what I'm saying, out of his fame and all that stuff that he's getting over in New Japan. Even though sometimes it feels like they're kind of doing him dirty, but you know, maybe it's just my imagination. Anyway, I already said what I had to say about the pay-per-view for today. What do you rate it?
I'll give it 2.5.
And why so?
I don't know. Maybe it's because of, I guess, the last 3 matches. I don't know. Because the beginning matches I didn't really care, but the last 3, especially Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns, I don't know, it kind of like make me like, I don't know, wake up or something. But it was good, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. But, you know, it was whatever. I really don't like the name of that pay-per-view. Great Balls of Fire. Come on, they couldn't. And it was hot all day today because I live in California and Los Angeles, and it's just boiling out here. And to hear a pay-per-view called Great Balls of Fire add more heat. But that's neither here nor there. So, unfortunately, Jeezy and Corey, his nephew Corey couldn't make it. They were having technical difficulties. So hopefully next time we'll be able to get them. Also, we will be doing prediction for Battlegrounds. And of course the review and recap. And hopefully they'll be able to get with us and, you know, help us out with that. But until then, you got anything you want to say?
All I know is I was happy that no, I was gonna say all I know is I'm happy that AJ Styles still won that U.S. title, even though he's not even part of Raw.
No. Well, I believe that's all we got to say. So like, comment, subscribe, and you know, if you have anything to say, shoot it down in the comment section. I'll respond to all comments. And until next time, peace.
Peace out.